there. Now, there was a lot of talk about it getting blown up by the Taliban, and you never hear about that anymore. Do you wonder why the Taliban's not trying to blow up the hydroelectric dam anymore? They're getting the electricity. They get 30%. It's a deal that's been cut over there. We're paying the light bill for the Taliban now. They get, I think it's 30% of the electricity in exchange for not blowing it up or shooting the operators who are operating the dam. The war on drugs, in Afghanistan, we spent $8 billion on a war on drugs in Afghanistan alone, and they have doubled production of opium since we started spending $8 billion. And there's no results to show for it, even if you wanted results. I asked the Inspector General, I said, we got this stuff in Kentucky called Roundup. Could you spray that on those poppy plants? He said, yeah. I said, would it kill it? He said, oh yeah, there's several herbicides that are very effective. I said, why don't we do that? He said, because it'd be far too effective. It would decimate their crops. And then, again, you'd have the Taliban upset, and it would destabilize everything. Because, by the way, the Taliban used to prevent people from growing poppy. But now that we've degraded that country so much, I mean, that they now support it, and it's a source of their income. And so that's one of the reasons we don't take it out.
Watch. Brave Congressman explains how U.S. keeps Afghan heroin trade alive at your expense. Congressman Thomas Massie blows the lid off the U.S. subsidized opium trade and taxpayer funds flowing into the hands of the Taliban in Afghanistan. By Matt Agarist, August 25, 2017. This week, President Donald Trump, just like his predecessor Obama, promised to continue the utterly corrupt failure of a brutal occupation that is Afghanistan despite running on a campaign to end it. For decades, the United States has been subsidizing to the tune of billions of U.S. tax dollars failed projects, infrastructure, military, police, and yes, even terrorism. Yet Afghanistan is worse off today than they were before the government lied to Americans, claiming they were responsible for 9/11 instead of Saudi Arabia. In a recent speech on the state of the Afghanistan quagmire, Congressman Thomas Massie, R.K.Y., exposed some hard truths that very few people in Washington are courageous enough to address. While most politicians cheered Trump's insane decision to increase U.S. presence in Afghanistan this week, Massie blew the lid off of it. For years, Massie has pointed out that the U.S. has blown billions of dollars on failed projects alone. As of last year, the number of failed projects totaled over 100 billion. To put this number in perspective, the entire amount of money the United States allocates to spend on rebuilding America's crumbling highways every year is less than half of what it's blown on failed projects alone in Afghanistan. Follow. Thomas Massie heavy checkmark at Rep. Thomas Massie. In addition to $1 trillion and war, we've spent $113 billion rebuilding Afghan. That's 2x our own $50 billion annual federal highway spending. 9:43 a.m., August 21, 2017. 50/50 replies 438 retweets 603 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. Massie noted that hundreds of millions of dollars were spent on a hydroelectric dam that the U.S. thought the Taliban would destroy. However, they did not destroy it. Want to know why? Massie asked. They get the electricity. We're paying the light bill for the Taliban now. They get 30% of the electricity in exchange for not blowing it up, or shooting the operators who are running the dam. Advertisement. Follow. Thomas Massie heavy checkmark at Rep. Thomas Massie. U.S. taxpayer dollars go to a hydroelectric dam in Afghanistan that provides 30% of its power to the Taliban. What's the goal in Afghanistan? 11:50 p.m., August 20, 2017. 79 replies 438 retweets 772 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. But it's not just the wasted money giving terrorists electricity, the US is also protecting and funding the drug trade. Read more. Dick Cheney poisoned hundreds of US troops in Iraq, they're dying and the media is silent. Of that wasted $100 billion, $8 billion was spent failing to eradicate the Afghan opium trade. Not only did this massive amount of money not stop the opium trade and production, but it doubled it. Follow. Thomas Massie heavy checkmark at Rep. Thomas Massie. USA spent $8 billion to eradicate poppy in Afghanistan and they doubled annual production of poppy, opium. What's wrong with this picture? 9:59 p.m., August 20, 2017. 129 replies, 542 retweets, 965 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. Western profiteers are making a figurative killing off of heroin for the literal killing of people in Afghanistan. A former British Territorial Army mechanic, Anthony C. Heford, released a report 3 years ago, and a series of photos, which he says proves that British and American troops are harvesting opium in Afghanistan. It is also no secret that Afghanistan opium production has increased by 3,500%, from 185 tons in 2001 to 6,400 in 2015, since the US-led invasion. In the video below, Massie explains how he asked the Inspector General why they don't just spray herbicide on all the poppy fields to eradicate the plants. Massie was told they cannot eradicate the plants as the Taliban needs the money from opium production. By the way, Massie explained, the Taliban used to prevent people from growing poppy. If you think that Trump doesn't know that a continued US occupation of Afghanistan will lead to a larger heroin epidemic, more innocent civilians killed, more troops needless dying, and more terrorism, think again. For years, Trump decried the war on terror, pointing out the horrific nature of occupation. Follow. Donald J. Trump heavy checkmark at Real Donald Trump. Ron Paul is right when he says we are wasting lives and money in Iraq and Afghanistan. 4:04 p.m., August 17, 2011. 257 replies, 1,526 retweets, 1,717 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. Follow. Donald J. Trump heavy checkmark at Real Donald Trump. Do not allow our very stupid leaders to sign a deal that keeps us in Afghanistan through 2024 with all costs by USA Make America Great. 9:12 a.m., November 21, 2013. 1011 replies, 5,224 retweets, 4,315 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. Follow. Donald J. Trump heavy checkmark at Real Donald Trump. Let's get out of Afghanistan. Our troops are being killed by the Afghanis we train and we waste billions there. Nonsense. Rebuild the USA. 2:55 p.m., January 11, 2013. 836 replies, 4,628 retweets, 3,814 likes. Twitter adds info and privacy. But things change, according to Trump, and once he got in the White House, he magically saw the serious need to continue the waste and destruction in Afghanistan. Read more. Trump's latest cabinet pick connected to 90-pound seizure of cocaine on international cargo ship. The lunacy of continuing the occupation in Afghanistan, knowing the only ones who benefit from it are warlords, drug cartels, the CIA, terrorists, and the military-industrial complex, is staggering. Innocent people will die, your children's children will be forever indebted to the Federal Reserve, and the global war machine which knows no home country will be empowered and expanded. For what? I had hoped the Afghanistan war would end soon, but now it's inevitable that babies born during the war will be deploying to the war in 2019, Massey said shortly after Trump's speech Monday night. Sadly, Massey is only accompanied by a handful of people in the House and Senate in his stance. The overwhelming majority want more war because their lobbyists tell them that's what will keep them in their seat. As you listen to the speech below, remember, every single representative, senator, and advisor, all the way up to Trump, knows these facts, yet they choose to perpetuate them. This is not only shameful, it's criminal. Troops aren't protecting your freedom in Afghanistan, they are being used to enrich a corrupt group of sadistic elites. Please share this article with your friends and family to show them the destructive, deadly, and criminal act of continuing a war in Afghanistan.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal, and there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not, they're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now. Where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran in, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran in, no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.